Hi everyone, I hope you're well. I want to say a big thank you to everyone for the love on my video where I'm sharing my story of heartbreak and betrayal and pain and sadness and the things that I'm experiencing in this current season. As you may be aware from the video and from past messages that I've put out, that my relationship of 14 years ended suddenly at the end of last year. And it's been, it's been a challenge to say the least. It's been hard. It's been really hard. I never saw it coming. And it's been a really tough season. But throughout it all, God has been my strength. And I'm just truly grateful to God for the way He's like helping me to get through this season. And it's been interesting because I wanted to kind of like jump on and talk a little bit about bravery, because a lot of people have been reaching out to me saying how brave I am for sharing my story and how brave I've been with sharing, things that have been happening and my vulnerability, and just the fact that I've been so open in what's been happening during this season, and even amongst the pain and the heartbreak and the sadness, my thoughts are always to see how I can help somebody with what I'm going through. So when I think about bravery, for me, it's a case of I don't see myself as being brave. So it was kind of like a little bit strange when people kept saying about how brave and courageous I am. I never really saw it like that. I never really thought I was doing that. And even though my whole concept is about being bold, brave and beautiful, I never really looked at that that's what I was doing and being. For me, I just wanted to help somebody. So I believe that we all go through certain things in life in order to learn, in order to become better, in order to grow, in order to take the lessons from it and be the best version of ourselves, but also to be able to offer hope to other people, to be able to reach back once you've come out of a situation, or even if you're still in the middle of it like I am, you're able to reach back and you're able to share and you're able to help somebody else and offer hope to somebody else that's going through something similar to you. So that was my whole reasoning behind sharing my story and sharing what I'm sharing at the moment. And I know that I said that I can't share the full details of everything at the moment because God is still doing a work. And in time I will, because it is in the detail that this whole thing is so insanely crazy. If you could see it from my viewpoint, you'd be like, what? It is so mad. It is so mad. That is in that detail that I think you'll really get the revelations, and this is where it will really, really strengthen your hope and your belief in your faith. So I will share that in time when I can. Just wanted to jump on and talk a little bit about bravery and being brave, because one of the things for me is that we all go through certain things in life where we have a opportunity to go one way or go another, and generally what tends to happen is that fear tends to grip us and take hold of us and stop us from potentially moving into what it is that we really want to do, what it is that we are really called to do, what it is that our heart and our mind and our soul and our spirit are telling us to do to move forward in this area. And it's that uncomfortableness, it's that unease, it's that feeling of what if, that feeling of doubt, that feeling of worry and concern and anxiety and fear that stops us from moving forward. And it's during those times where I personally feel that sometimes you can try and logically reason it out. So you can logically try and figure out, well, what if this happens or that happens or this happens or that happens? So you can sit down and actually write out the pros and cons of making a decision and figuring out what the outcome of that decision could be. But sometimes there is no logic to decision making and to whether or not you should do something, whether or not you should step out in faith, and whether or not you should take the job, marry the person, start the business, move to another country, or whatever it may be. Sometimes there's just an inner knowing that it's the right thing to do. You just know, your spirit tells you and God tells you, this is what I'm calling you to do. You may not understand it. You may not know the full picture of it. You may not be able to logically reason it, and you may be completely out of control with it. So you have no control over it, but you just know it's the right thing to do. So it's in those moments where you have to make a decision to decide, are you going to be brave enough to step out and know that maybe you don't fully understand how this is going to work out, but you trust the process. You trust that whichever way it works out, whether you make a good decision, a bad decision, everything will work together for your good in the end. You know, we've all made bad decisions, but when you just have that peace that the Bible says surpasses all understanding, you just know that whichever way this goes, God is going to work it together for my good in the end, and it's going to work out for my benefit in the end. So what you have to do is you have to allow fear to become your friend. Yeah. And I was saying to my daughter the other day that the emotion of fear is similar to the emotion of excitement. So instead of fearing something, just change that narrative, change that perspective, and think about it in the sense that you're excited about it, that this is something exciting to experience as opposed to something to be afraid about, something to be worried and concerned about. And to be honest with you, I'm a great believer in that life is so short. And especially with what I'm going through at the moment, where, you know, I thought I would end up with this man for the rest of my life. And, you know, and I thought that my life would be a certain way. And, you know, it doesn't look like anything of what I thought it would be. But rather than sit and worry and cry and be depressed for months and months and years, got to recognize that God has given breath and life. You're still alive. You're still here. You're still able. You're still capable. You're still moving. You're still breathing. And whilst you still have breath in your body, you can still live. You still have to live. You still have to go and do all the things that you want to do and be brave and be bold. And yes, you may feel unsure, and you may feel like your life has been derailed for a season, but it is just a season. You know, it's just a season. You don't know what's on the other end of that breakup. You don't know what's on the other end of that redundancy. What's on the backside of the business going bankrupt. You know, everything happens for a reason. If you just hang on to your faith and belief and knowing that it will all work out together for your good, that you just get this peace about you, that you just know that it doesn't matter which way this goes, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I've got this. And you have got this. You have got this. No matter what you're going through right now, no matter what challenges you face right now, I want you to know that you have got this. You can do this. Your life will be better on the other side of this. You just have to be brave enough to recognize that, yes, this is where you are right now for whatever reason. This is where you are right now, but this is not where you're called to stay. You're called to live higher. You're called to live better. You're called to live a life of purpose. You're called to help those that only you can help, the people that are waiting on your help. Like there's certain people that I'm called to help, and there's certain people that you're called to help. They're waiting for you to step up into where you're supposed to be in order to help them step up into where they're supposed to be. So I don't know in what part of your life you need to add some boldness and some courage and some bravery, but I just want to encourage you today and say to you that have a think about what it is in your life where you're feeling that fear, you're feeling that worry and that concern. You know you want to do something, you know you're called to do something, but you're just worried and concerned. Think about it and think about being more courageous and bold. And sometimes it just takes one step. All you have to do is take one step towards what it is that you're called to do. You don't have to do this massive, great big jump and leap and be overwhelmed with everything. All it takes is just one step, just one small step. That's it. And that takes you at least one step closer to where you need to be. So anyway, I just wanted to jump on and just share that, because I know that I've been getting that a lot about being brave and courageous. And I really appreciate that. I honestly do. Honestly, the support has been overwhelming, and I'm so grateful. And I just want you to know I'm here for you. If there's anything I can do to help support you, encourage you, if you're going through a rough season, then reach out. Don't go through it alone. You are not alone. We are here for you. I am here for you. I know what it feels like. I know what it feels like. So reach out. Be brave enough to reach out to me if you need help and support. I'm here to encourage you. So I hope that this video has helped you, and I shall see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.